YouTube, a sale for the first 7 main boxes will be halved. I'm gonna get you ready for it. Get ready.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Through a Shonen Jump magazine, it has been revealed that the first 7 main boxes will be halved. That means a 50 gem pack is now going to be 25 gems. We're going to go through every single main box and see what's good. Now, first you'd want to go to the gem guide to see if anything is top tier. And I can tell you right now, nothing from the first 7 main boxes is top tier. I don't think so. But that's okay. We're going to look at future potential cards. Let's do it. Big disclaimer. Some of the cards I talk about will not only be in the selection boxes, but will also potentially be reprinted or are already reprinted through a structure deck. Wyvern's reprinted, for example. Wild Tornado is reprinted, for example. But through looking through the boxes, they don't show us what's reprinted. To check what's reprinted, I want you to do this. You go to the card studio, click on this, go on card catalog, click on this, click on that, and then, for example, we'll look at Senju. You look at Senju, you click on how to obtain right below the card. Right there, you could see Neo Impact in the selection box. Another example is Wyvern. Look up Wyvern, look it up. So please do this before you invest in any main box, because I'm not going to comment on it on myself, okay? Return of the Red Eyes. There's too many random cards that are reprinted, and I can't check while checking the main boxes. This is just a quick run through of what's good and what's not good and what may be good. Let's do it. Starting with Ultimate Rising, the first box ever. What's good in the first box ever? Well, Sonic Bird is really good on Summon Search a Ritual spell. This is going to be better with the Master of Rites skill that has been updated due to the skill rebalancing. So, yeah, Sonic Bird. Now, from my own knowledge, I do know it's in the selection box. Sphere Karibo. Very good. Sphere Karibo, not being used in top tier decks right now, but it has a lot of good future potential. I do believe you could purchase it for $5 to get 1 Sphere Karibo. Make sure to double check it. Fusion Gate has some decent future potential. It's a field spell that lets you continually fuse by banishing your field and or hand. So, think about it. Magic Jammer, I don't know about that. No, thank you. No, thank you. 4-star Ladybug is a big maybe. On flip, wipe the entire field of level 4 monsters. Destroy them. That's a big maybe. Now, the rest, I think, is a pass besides maybe Magical Hats. Magical Hats, they attack into you. You summon. That's right. Summon Gear Towns on the field. 2 Gear Towns shuffle the field. If they attack the Gear Town or they end their battle phase, you're going to summon double Reactor Dragon. It's kind of fun. It's a fun tech. I made a video about it. Check it out. Let's check out the next box. The rest, not really worth talking about. Neo Impact. Neo Impact right away sends you. And from my memory, I know it's in the selection box, but I'm not going to talk about every card that is in a selection or reprinted. Senju, very good, just like Sonic Bird. Instead of searching for a ritual spell, search for a ritual monster. What else is in this box? Mirror Wall, a great trap that's being used right now in top decks. This is very good against Cocytus. I think this is good. But you could also purchase this just from my memory. I think for $5 you could buy a Mirror Wall from the shop. So make sure to go into the special tab, check it out. Djinn. Your ritual monster is unaffected by traps if you use this Djinn, and you could banish it from the grave as a tribute for your ritual. Pretty good. I like being trap immune. And then we have Magician's Circle, which might be good in the future. When a spellcaster monster declares an attack, you could summon a Dark Magician Girl from your deck, a 2,000 attack or less spellcaster. That includes your opponents attacking with a spellcaster. Very interesting. Future potential. Jerry Beansman. Love him. Jerry, a bean soldier, believes he is the strongest warrior in the world. He is.
Oh, he is.
But his true abilities are still untested. Yes. Next box. Valkyrie's Rage. Valkyrie's Rage, Azura's Priest can attack all monsters your opponent controls with a card called Honest. You could discard Honest to boost up her attack, or if you boost her attack by anything, her, him, whatever, Azura Priest, attack, attack, attack with the boosted attack. Next up, I would say, great future potential is Dimensional Alchemist. This card has never been good in Duel Links, but it might be good because it was great in the TCG. You banish the top card of your deck, gain 500 attack. When destroyed by battle or card effect, you could select any remove from play monster and add it back to your hand. It's light. It works with Chaos Sorcerer for a Chaos deck. Love it, but not good right now. Soul Exchange. Great future potential. Use it in Monarchs. If they give us more Monarchs, tribute off their monster, summon a Monarch. But there is a TCG card that power creeps this called Monarchs March 4th, something like that. I used it in the TCG, so maybe that will be released by the time this ever becomes top tier. Divine Wrath. Negate a monster effect. This is great for negating Ixchel. Now, if you don't have this card, you could use Ultimate Providence instead by discarding a monster. Escape from a Dark Dimension. Summon a banished dark monster. It doesn't have to be level 4 or lower. It could be anything. Huge monster. Banish it. Summon it. I loved this in Archfiends, which is unfortunately not good right now. Burning Land. Oh my Jesus. When this card is activated, destroy a field spell. Also burn for 500 every turn. Burn decks love it, so maybe you'll love it if you like not having friends. Zin Zen Zoo. This card's still being used in side decks. You activate Zin Zen Zoo by targeting 2 back row cards on the field. They are locked up. Can't use them after the card resolves. Wild Tornado. Now, I do remember that this card has been reprinted in a recent structure deck. When destroyed while face down, destroy any face-up card in the field. Scrap Dragon it. Pop 2 cards in the field. Nuts. Not really. Next up, we have box number 4 of 7. Black Luster Soldier. When they release new Black Luster support, this is going to be really good. Maybe. And that's alongside its field spell in the same box, Gateway to Chaos. Activate it, add a Black Luster Soldier or a Gaia from your deck to your hand. So hold out for the Black Luster support. If you want to see what kind of Black Luster support should be looking out for, on the website, we will type Black Luster Soldier, and then you want to find the latest card we have. The latest card we have is Arisen Gaia the Fierce Knight. Everything below is Black Luster support, so read all these cards yourself, and maybe Black Luster Soldier will be good with any of these cards. Maybe. I'm not familiar with them, though. Moving on, we have Gale Lizard. Gale Lizard has been used in a recent Meta Weekly post-ban list. On flip, return a monster back to your opponent's hand. You're going to activate Neos Fusion. Send 80 Changer. With Brave Neos on the field, you're going to flip up your Gale Lizard with 80 Changer, return their monster back to the hand. Perfect. Lethal. 26 plus 14, 4K. Flip-Flop Frog is better when you're not going for lethal, though, since it deals with Cocytus. Then we have Fusion Sage, which could search for a polymerization, but King of the Swamp is much better. Eliminating the League, I used to use this back in the day. Discard a spell, destroy a monster, then they must destroy that monster in their hand. If they have multiple copies, destroy all of them. Magic Drain, a great counter trap. When they activate a spell, negate the spell unless they discard another spell. Very nice. 7 tools, pay 1,000, negate a trap. Wiretap is better, so no. No! Now, Monster Reincarnation. I believe this card is quite unique. There aren't any other cards like it. You discard any card, add a monster from your graveyard back to your hand. If you want to reuse a Chaos Sorcerer, reuse your boss monster. If there's any crazy boss monsters in the future, this might be the best way to recycle it. Back in the day, I would play this in a top tier Lightsworn deck and add back their big boss monster back to my hand. Now, Super Alloy, this is pretty good for Gemini alongside the Darkstorm Dragon. I'm not really going to go into what they do. Discuctatron for Psychic decks. This card is great for destroying back row cards, but Psychics are not great right now. Understand everything I'm talking about is future potential mostly. Double Summon is pretty good, but I believe there's another card that allows you to summon in the battle phase that's better, so I'd pass on that. Let's go to the next box. Red Lotus. When you have 3 normal monsters in your graveyard exactly, you could summon this monster. Then you can... Well, I mean, if you have exactly 3 normal monsters, you could special summon by banishing 2 from the grave. Okay, then once per turn, you could summon a normal monster from the grave. This might be good in the future, maybe. Maybe. It was good in the past. Vampire Lord, probably never going to be good. Gazuki. Gazuki is great. Gazuki is life. Send a zombie from the deck to the grave. Also summon a zombie from the hand. This is an amazing card. So definitely check that out. Hunders. When the Exceed summonings are coming, they're coming in a year. Bro Hunder may rise to the top as you summon it to add a level 4 Light Thunder. Summon, Exceed, Overlay, all that good stuff. Buster Blader, Dragon Destroyer, and Dark Paladin are great cards for your Buster Blader deck. They're amazing. If you want to play Buster Blader and you want to be anti-dragon, so if Blue Eyes ever becomes good, you're going to play Buster Blader and you're going to need these cards that get boosted against dragons. Very nice. Dark Paladin negates spells and Buster Blader negates all dragons. Moving on, Endemon has some future potential, maybe. He's pretty cool. What you could do once per turn, you could discard a spell, destroy any card on the field. So maybe. Red Eye Zombie Dragon was good back in the day, but no longer good, so probably no good potential there. Now, Warrior Returning Alive. This card is great. You target a warrior in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Remember we talked about monster reincarnation? Well, this is better if the boss monster is a warrior. So very nice. That's pretty much all I want to say about this box. We'll move on. Electric Overlord, 6 of 7. The Creator. Once per turn, you could target a monster in your graveyard, send a card from your hand to the graveyard. If you do, special summon that target. The Creator used to be in a great TCG deck where you just blow up the entire field, then summon Creator, summon big boss monsters. I'm not going to get into exactly how it worked, but that's pretty much it. The Creator might be good in the future. It's good for a meme deck. Not so good right now, obviously. And then we have Anger Marl, the Fiendish Monarch. On summon, banish a spell, add a spell from your deck to your hand. That's great. Banish a great spell, add a spell. If Monarchs ever become good, maybe you'll use this. What else is good? Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrap. This is being used in my 1-card wonder deck. On flip, summon 2 tokens. It's great for stalling. It's great to summon god monsters. Set this, protect it. On your turn, flip it, token, god monster. If you like gods. Treeborn Frog, a staple card in Monarchs if they ever become good. I remember winning lots of tournaments with Treeborn Frog in the TCG. Just not so good right now. Then we have XYZ Dragon Cannon. Good in, believe it or not, it's a good card. It's good in Ojamas. Nova Mortis, shout out. And then Ninjutsu Art of Transformation. You all know this card. This was my main card in my first place global ninja deck. If ninjas ever come back. And what would make them come back? Get ready for this card. Ready? Hanzo. On summon, search for a ninjutsu. I'm sure Konami's too afraid to give us this, but if they do, then Ninjutsu Transformation is coming back. It's back. Get ready for it. Machina Peacekeeper, good for Machinas if they ever release them in the future. I'm not sure when they'll do that. Sasuke Samurai. Destroy defense position monsters. Very cool. And I think the rest are not so good. Double Magical Armbind has been used in some memes. You tribute 2 monsters you control, then you take control of your opponent's monsters until the end of your end phase. So steal it on their turn, you keep it, attack with it, fuse with it, synchro, do whatever, and then give it back in the end phase if they don't survive or you didn't do something with it. Very interesting. Next up, Generation Next, the 7th box. Ooh, Evil Dragon Ananta. Love this card in Reptiles. You banish Reptiles. It's very easy to summon if you play a Reptile deck. This used to be a top tier deck back in the day, believe it or not. Now you'd summon Ananta. It is 600 attack and defense per Reptile you removed from the field or graveyard. Also, at the end phase, destroy any card on the field. So with a ton of back row, summon this, protect it, pop a card in the field every turn, similar to Fortune Lady Every. What else is here? Card Guard. Gio was so excited for this, and then it turned out to not be good, unfortunately. Card Guard is essentially a 1900 attack monster that can protect any card on the field. Pretty cool, just not good. King of the Swamp. Boy. Absolute Zero is coming. He's coming. Trust me. King of the Swamp, you discard it, add a poly, and oh man. Absolute Zero requires a water monster plus a hero. So adds poly, counts as a water, Absolute Zero. When Absolute Zero leaves the field, you destroy all monsters your opponent controls. This card is nuts. Pick up your King of the Swamp for Absolute Zero. Also good for memes, pretty good. It might be good now that we have the new fusion skill for a fusion deck. We'll see. Maybe. Horus, that was our 100% win rate deck back in the day. Horus was a lot of fun. Check out Horus, Duel Links meta, Horus, maybe 2 years old, but it was a lot of fun. It might come back. What else we got here? Book of Tayu. Flip your own monster face up. It was good for Morphing Jar back in the day. Back in the day, what you would do is you would set a Morphing Jar, and then you would flip it up with Book of Tayu, then both you and your opponent would discard your hand and draw 5 cards. But we have Neos Fusion plus AD Changer pretty much doing the same thing. Floodgate Trap Hole, an amazing trap. This was just used in the grand finals of the $5,400 Clan Wars. So, yeah, buddy, this is probably one of the best cards of all the cards we've talked about. Great back row. Defusion. Target your opponent's fusion, defuse it, and it's a quick play. That is really good. Canine Tor is really good for Hazy. Send a Beast Warrior, Wing Beast from your hand or deck to the graveyard to boost this up by its level. Typhoon. I love Typhoon in Noble Nuts. If I were to play Noble Nuts right now, I likely would play Typhoon in it because you could destroy your own equip cards to trigger its effect to re-equip onto your Noble Knight to pop cards your opponent controls. Very cool. Very nice. Not sure if it's been reprinted. And is that it? That's it. All 7 boxes, half off. Make sure if any of the cards that enticed you, check up in the card catalog to make sure it has not been reprinted in one of these structure decks over here. A lot of these structure decks reprint cards. Unfortunately, when looking at the card through the box, it does not tell you. I wish Konami would be a bit more transparent with that, but oh well. Also, check out the special bundles. You could buy a Cosmic Cyclone, a Super Rush, a Sphere Kribo, a Mirror Wall. Some of these were in the boxes if those are cards that are enticing you. Also, the selection boxes. I already see Gazuki right there and Divine Wrath and Senju. So these are only here for a limited time, until October 24th. That's it for the half off review. Fools!